Great colored coops. No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This one fielded at the 5.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Get up! 180! Let's go, D, let's go! Hands up! Shoot!
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught. This is White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I can't believe they ain't 18. Check three.
Again, it's Trubisky. Benjamin's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180!
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check Mike, check Mike. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Strip the ball. Yeah. Check. Fresno.
Here's Jackson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. Alert.
Here's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, 53. Mike 54. Know your job. Slam, slam, slam. High seven, high seven. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Shim, shim.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
On the double, 6. Mike's 56. You ain't going nowhere. He's checking, he's checking.
Now Elliott. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-3. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
You got time right there. Hey, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Trubisky. He gets it to Humphries. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
First down, Lions.
Stop! 180! 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Tyus Bowser has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Lucky. Check.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. They give him a gain of 37.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Lions take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down.
Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Wesco. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Trubisky now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to White. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Trubisky to throw again. Going deep for Benjamin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey. Check 25.
A design run for their wideout. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Watch the shift.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Packers. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Check it back, check it back. Bang, bang.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out low. Check 56. 61. Match box. Check right. Check. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
On first down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Trubisky will throw. It's complete. James White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 4.
It's a gain of 18.
Let's go,
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Go. Kill.
To throw is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Packers 41, Lions 10. Josh Lambeau sets the kickoff.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let him know.
Now Trubisky to throw. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Detroit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Here we go.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
To number 18. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Trubisky. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Trubisky to throw, and the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. 50 set. 50 flag. 54. Night, sweetheart.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch the safety creep. Squeeze. On the ball. Wide. Get wide. Back.
On second down, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Here we go. Time to end it. Before Mike. Okay, double up.
And they will take a knee here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on receiver. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Lambo will put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second and 6. At the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, 50, Mike's 50. Cut.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Cut. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
Here we go.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. They set the goal beginning of the year, hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care.